How's it going, everybody? Hope you're having a great day, each and every one of you. And I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to stop by and check out my channel or watch this video. Greatly appreciate it. Today we're going to be using these two products, or one of these two products, WD-40 and Goo Gone. What are we going to be using that for? Stay tuned, we'll be right back and I'll show you. Now, what are we using that stuff for? Well, when you get your car all clean and everything, you take pride in it. Looks good. But there is a slight problem. Whenever you go and get your tires put on, they have to rebalance them, and when they do, they leave this grateful, god ugly adhesive on the tires, which I don't understand why, or wheels. I don't understand why, because all that's going to do is throw the balance off. But let me show you what I'm talking about. If you come right here, get down on the ground. Here's what I'm talking about. The ugly adhesive that is left from pulling the old weights off, putting the new tires on, and well, that's what you're left with. Now you can sit here and pick at it a little at a time, and it will eventually work up a corner and come off. But that's just no way to do anything. So what we're going to try is adding the Goo Gone. I'm going to try it first, and then the WD-40 I will try second. I've always had good luck with WD-40, so we'll see. But let me get the camera set up and we'll get to it. Now, per the instructions of the Goo Gone, used to be Goo Be Gone, but now it's Goo Gone. All you do is put some other glue on there and let it sit for a little bit, a couple minutes it says, and then it's supposed to take it right off. But as you can see, you could peel it, but that's a lot of work. There's got to be a better way. So let's try this. Shake it up. God. Open it up. I've had it open once before, but for some reason I'm just going to poke a hole in it. Put some on a rag. I just used some old shop rags that I had laying around and generously rub it on. I'm only going to try one area at a time. The idea is to get it soaked, that way it can soak in. And as you can tell by the way it's changing colors, going from a white to a gray, it is getting soaked in. We'll come back in a couple minutes to see how that works. It's only been like a minute, minute and a half. Let's see if it's working. Look at that. Yep. Starting to break it up nicely. I'm just going to let it sit here for another minute and come back and see how it comes off. As you can see, it's breaking it up nicely. Well, it's been about another minute and it seems to be doing a very fine job. This is not going to be one of those things where it's just really quick to get it off. I understand that, but I mean, it's doing very surprisingly well. I tried it on the decal of the Tahoe, which I'll link that video in the top now that I mention it, to try to get the decals, the pinstripes off the side, and it did not even phase it. I had to use the old WD-40 on that. Now, once you get most of it off, take your rag, which you had applied it, and work on the remainder of it, and like that, it's gone. Now I gotta work on a couple little spots where it's kind of heavy, but that's no big deal. And then what you do is you go back and rinse it off, or wipe it off with soap and water. But as you can see, that looks a whole lot better than the old white adhesive tape that they had on there, the double-sided tape. It doesn't want to work too well on the left behind adhesive. It takes the paper off good, but the glue itself is not really phasing it. So let's wipe that off so you can see it better. See, you can see, I guess it's coming out in the video. You can actually still see the glue left behind. And there's one thing that I have found that really, really works well on glue, and that is WD-40. I mean, I've used it on everything. I got a case of it down in the building. It works good on glue, it works good on bug guts, it works extremely well on tar. If you still have an older car that has points and stuff in it, it gets water in it, it will dissipate the water. You can spray it in your cap, like if you broke down the side of the road and you get water in the distributor from rain, you spray it in there, it dissipates the water, and you're good to go. But to use it is even simpler. Just spray a nice little bit on it and rub it in. And in no time that will be loose. Be able to take it right off. Spray some on the rag. That way you got something with a little bit of bite to it. Beautiful day. Low 80s. A little bit of breeze blowing. Let's let that soak for a minute and then we'll come back. Alright, the adhesive itself is a real bitch to get off. Pardon my French. So I'm soaking it real good. We're going to let that sit there for a few minutes and come back to it. What we're going to do is move on to another spot. Now you saw how easily the glue gun took off the paper. Let's see how easily the WD-40 takes off the paper. Again, you're just going to soak the rag and rub it on there. I'm going to do it without the rag because I just like doing it that way. Spray a little bit above it, let it run down, and you just rub it in with your finger. And you can see it changing colors. It's going from pure white to a transparent color, showing that it's soaking into the paper. And we'll be back in a minute. Now it hasn't even been a minute yet, and you can see it's already starting to break up the paper, which is really good. Work it a little bit. I'm trying to rush it for the video, you know, but it's all good. So let it sit there and soak for another minute and come back. The other spot, right here, still has the glue on it. You can see it. I've got it soaking right now. Trying to break it up. I might have to use something a little bit stiffer than just a rag, maybe an old toothbrush or something. But I don't want to scratch my rim, so anyhow, we'll be right back. Alright, now I'm showing you two products, and the WD-40 being the cheapest. You know, everybody has it around. The Goo Gone, you have to go out and buy it specifically for the purpose. But I have noticed in this short time, I've been out here, what, 10 minutes now doing this video, the WD-40 is working fine, but it's just not doing as good of a job as quickly as the Goo Gone. But if you didn't want to have to go buy some Goo Gone, then WD-40 would work fine. You just have to take a little longer. So let's put some Goo Gone on that spot the WD-40 has already been sitting on. Now it is possible that this was a, I don't know, a tougher spot, for better, lack of better terms, to get than the first one was. I don't know. But we're going to put that on there and just let it set. And you can see it's already peeling it off. But let's let it sit for a few minutes and come back. Yeah, this spot is still wanting to be a pain. I mean, it's working. You can see it's coming off. But it's still wanting to be a little bit of a pain. You know, you can reapply it and let it soak for a little bit more. But in my case, I'm going to speed up the process a little bit. As I've mentioned in some of my other videos, never throw anything away. Old toothbrush. The bristles are soft enough to where it won't mess up your rims. But in the same token, it's hard enough and coarse enough to where you can put the cleaning material, which in this case is the Goo Gone, and actually get a little bit more bite using that method. See how it acts like, well, it is a brush, but you see how it's actually catching the edges of the paper and taking it off, working it off. When you get it loose enough, you can peel it off. Wipe it off, see what we got. Hey, we got the leftover glue again. Yay! So let's work on that for a minute, see what happens. More Goo Gone on the brush. Wipe it off, see if it even made a dent. Nope. So I'll brush some more on it, let it set for a few minutes and come back. Hey, I tell you what, that adhesive is tough. Which, I mean, it is industrial. It's got to hold on the weight, you know. It's got to hold on your weight so you don't want them popping off. And then the longer it's on there, the harder it's going to get. So you're going to have to constantly work with it. It's not something that's you're going to come out here and it's going to be gone in 15 seconds. I don't know if it's coming through in the video or not, but I've gotten all of it off, almost. There's a couple little flakes that's left, and that's just going to have to be, you know, work on it, work on it. People get on me in my videos because my fingernails are dirty. Well, this is why I'm constantly working on my car. And sometimes rags, brushes, and stuff just won't get it. You got to use something a little harder, a little tougher. Well, there you go, fingernail. I can gauge how hard to press and everything without messing something up. And that's just what you have to do. It's life. You're just going to have to keep working it. And don't give up. I promise you it will come off. And I promise you it will look 1,000 times better. You will be so much happier with the end result. As you can see, this wheel looks 100 times better without that old tape on there. And I'm one of those, yeah, the tape's gone and it looks a lot better, but I want the glue gone too. Hello. Now ideally you will want to put your car up on jack stands and take the wheels off. I mean, that's a perfect situation. But in my circumstance, that is not available at this time. My jack is messed up, and to use my other jack, I'd have to put it up on car ramps, and I have to put wood down because the car, excuse me, sits low. And it's just not available to me today. Plus, for me, it is easier for me to get to mine because mine are mainly right here in the openings. Get to them better with them on the car. But ideally, you want to take the wheels off the car, make life a lot easier. So let's get to it. Yeah, that's working nicely. What you're going to have to do with the glue itself, the actual leftover hardened residue glue, is just put the stuff on and let it set. The longer you let it set and the more you work it, the easier it comes off. And let me finish up with that. I'm still working on it, and it's going to take some while. It's not something that's going to happen in 5 minutes. But I just wanted to show you this and show you how to take it off. And the reason for this, and the reason you can tell the difference between a good shop and a bad shop, they kind of want to just get you in and out as quick as they can and get your money. That little bit of residue and extra tape and stuff that's left over can throw your balancing off, because they're going to balance the wheel and the tire with that on there. And you know, why not take it off? A good professional shop will take that off. Your quick run-of-the-mill, you know, not to bash them or anything, but places like Walmart and everything won't. They'll leave it on there and balance it. Well, number one, you're going to have a rim that looks like crap. And if you take pride in your car like I do, it's been bugging me ever since I've gotten it. I wasn't around when these tires were installed, so I wasn't there when the balancing was done or I would have demanded that they took it off. But I'm out here, you know, it's a nice, beautiful day. Like I said, nice, beautiful day. So I'm out here. It's one of the things I've been wanting to take care of. I'm gonna take care of it, and then I'll probably start waxing on this thing, get some swirls and stuff out of it. But I just wanted to show you this little tip, and hopefully it helps you out. And you guys know what to do. You be safe and take care out there. Thanks for watching. P.S. Sorry, forgot to mention this. Once you're done with this, get a clean rag. Put some, if you're washing your car afterwards, it doesn't matter. You're going to have your soap bucket out there. But the WD-40 and Goo Gone leaves a residue, and it will just attract dirt. It's like a magnet. And the only way to get that off is with WD-40, you can just use regular water. The Goo Gone, they recommend using soapy water. So just get you a nice soapy wet rag, wipe off where you just worked, and you're done. Go back, rinse the rag out, then wipe the soap off with clean water, and you're done. Call it a day. Turn around and look at your good hard work. Because as you can tell, this already looks 100% better without the tape on it. Yeah, you still got the wheel weight, but there's none of the ugly white tape. And that's what it's all about, making it look good. You guys take care.